Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit tonight. I am just kind of sitting in my bedroom, altar side. I just finished shooting my video, giving a little altar tour, and I wasn't really finished. I wanted to talk a little bit about some magic that I did last night, a ritual that I did last night, and show you where I'm at with my whole sacred feminine and oddly enough divine masculine, even though initially I didn't think I was going to study that at all. It's funny how life works. With the divine feminine, I've been doing a lot of meditation on what does the maiden mean to me. I'm trying to start there. So I've been thinking about my teenage years where I was a really awkward, weird kid, and I didn't fit in. I found that a lot of the people that I was friends with in high school, I don't talk to now, except for a select few. And I was just, traditionally the maiden is, and even in my book, which I'll show you, we do see her as this sweet young girl, and I definitely felt that way when I was young, but going into my teenage years I felt really awkward and not connected so much with the maiden. And then I feel like I reconnected with her in my 20s when I really kind of decided, by being bad and wild, probably too wild. And since I know my dad watches this, hi Dad, I won't go into how wild I was sometimes in my 20s, but I really came into knowing what was important to me, what I wanted from a partner, what I wanted out of life. So I felt like that's when I transitioned from that maiden to mother phase. And now, even though I don't have children, I do feel like I more so identify with mother. So I'm going to now move into mother studies and see how I feel. But it was definitely cool kind of reconnecting with my youth a little. I was listening to a lot of music I listened to in high school. Oh, some of it, like, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, Marilyn Manson was so good, it was so cool. But I mean, back then he was so cool and I loved him. So I've been listening to a lot of that. I've been listening to Bob Seger. A lot of my friends and I listened to Bob Seger. We had a game called Night Moves that I won't, again, get into right now. Use your imagination. But lots of, so I've been doing that, reconnecting with maiden me. Going to school, I feel like, has also helped me connect with the maiden, because I'm in school and I'm learning and I'm in a routine again, like I was when I was a kid. So definitely it's been fun. It's been really fun. I'm enjoying what I do. Is when I watch television or if I read a book, I'm looking for the maiden. I'm looking for characters that kind of possess that maiden quality. The other day I was like going through Harry Potter books, and Hermione, for example, is a good maiden. Or oh my gosh, just watch anything and you'll find little maidens. But I've been doing that, and I've been focusing on divine feminine energy. I did a little work in my book of shadows. So initially I drew these terrible shitty drawings. They were really bad, and I'm not just being like crucial at myself, like they were just really bad. The way I colored them didn't turn out. I tried to fix them with paint and that didn't turn out. I tried to add glitter, because I mean, glitter, what does glitter not fix? And that didn't turn out. So I decided I was going to collage. So today I did a little maiden meditation and I made this in my book. So we have Marilyn Monroe, who desperately wanted to get into the mother phase but never did, tragically. We have Regina George, who's kind of she's the person that I was thinking of, maiden from popular culture, and then young little witches and stuff like that. So I like that a lot more than the drawing that I had there. It was really bad. This is the mother page. Just try to get it in here so you guys can see. I am so much happier. I went with this. I've talked about it before, but if you do something in your book of shadows and it looks like trash, do not get upset with yourself, just do something over it. It's not even a big deal. And then you'll be happy. And this is Chrome, which I really, really like too. I like all of them, but so Chrome. So that's what I've been working on in here. And then where it's blank, this is where I'm going to be writing what I've learned from my study. So I'll be doing my maiden information probably pretty soon. So I've been working on that. You probably can hear Mr. Winkle snoring away. He's having a little snooze beside me. I'm near his bed, so I'm in his zone. And he's actually, sorry to disappear on you, but I just noticed I was drying leaves and these fell out of my book of shadows. So yay, little surprise that I forgot about. So yesterday, on to the Divine Masculine. This was not my plan. First of all, my personal info, my husband is in the States. He's at a football game, so I have had the house to myself all weekend to do kind of witchy things. I was supposed to be doing school. I am supposed to be writing an essay on the movie My Girl, actually, about Harry Saltonfuss, the funeral director dad in the movie played by Dan Aykroyd. I have to write an essay about how he communicated with people and how he represents the funeral industry. So I have to get to work on that. But in the meantime, I've been doing a lot of witchy things and doing rituals and stuff like that because I have the house to myself. So last night, one of my friends was planning to come over anyway. We were going to hang out and catch up, and I suggested that we should do a ritual. And then we got thinking separately on what we were going to do, and I wrote a ritual and we did it, and it was awesome. And it was a Divine Masculine ritual. I felt like almost he needed it. If you're watching this, I don't take that the wrong way, but I just felt like he needed some just some masculine energy. I needed it too. I felt like I needed to connect with a Divine Masculine a little bit, maybe for my own balance. So I'm just going to talk to you about the ritual. I just kind of wrote it out for us, and just give you an idea. Maybe this is something that you want to do, or something that, you know, feel free to take anything from it that works for you. And I'll just talk to you about it. So we began with an invocation. We did the chant, earth is my body, water my blood, air is my breath, and fire my spirit. I am no singer, but that's the chant we did. So we just chanted in the elements. It was really, really cool. And then we did the call, the charge of the gods. So it's similar to the charge of the goddess. I'm not going to read it here, but if you Google it, you'll find it online. It has like Wiccan influence, and I altered it a little bit to suit the calls that we were doing, and so we did that. We did the call of the god, and then I've been studying ENS, E-N-N-S, or I don't know, I call it ENS. And what they are something that a lot of people who work in black magic or dark magic, they're like the satanic ends. So they're like chants that you can do to connect with the other side, or like they would do it to connect with demonic energy. But what it is, it's you're channeling words through yourself to communicate with that god or that deity. And that's something that I feel that we can use, or I use in my own practice. So that's something that I've adopted to my own kind of more witchy path. So I will use it to connect with different deities. So I wrote one, and then we did a classic one. So I wanted to work with Lucifer energy. He is the morning star, so Yule to me, I can I feel like I connect with him a little bit during this time of year, and just the light struggle to come out of the dark, where his struggle every morning to kind of outshine the sun, which of course he never succeeds, quite does he? Anyway, so we did an end to Lucifer, which is Ranish, Tasha, Uberica, Biasa, Ikar, Lucifer. And these it sounds magical when you're saying it, and as you repeat it, you pick up energy, and you pick up energy, and you could channel these words for any god or goddess, and it works really, really well. It becomes very powerful. Then we did an end to Ogma, which was the god that my friend wanted to honor. So, and this was one that I channeled myself because I couldn't find an end to Ogma. So I just channeled it, and this is what I came up with, was Tasha, Inichi, Holerum, Ogma. And so we just said that over and over again. It's no language, it's just kind of nonsense words that come out of your mind as you're thinking about that god. If that's something that's you're interested in, or you'd like to know more about, maybe someday I could do a video on how to channel ends. Then we did an offering of incense. Then we did a healing. My sister informed me the other day that she found a lump in her breast. I just found this out yesterday, actually. My mom has cysts in her breast, which are benign, and she was about my sister's age when she started developing them, so we kind of think that's what it is. But my sister is only 24 years old, and it's incredibly scary to be in that position, and I hope to God I never have to go through that. I hope to Goddess that she's gonna be fine, and I can't imagine what that feels like, and my heart goes out to anyone who has to go through that fear. It's really hit home for us with this, and I'm really worried about her. So we did a spell for her. Let's see if I can. We dressed this candle with spearmint and motherwort. Spearmint for healing, motherwort for family. I had nicked my finger earlier in the day and thought I would be resourceful, so I wiped my blood all over the candle because we're sisters, so my blood is her blood, so I felt like that would help connect her to me. And then we I had a picture of her and I put some rose quartz on that. We channeled into the rose quartz into my sister, lit the candle, dressed it, and we just said, Selena, be healed by the gift of this power, over and over and over again, and channeled it into the candle. So I've just been kind of burning it when I can and sending healing energy to my sister. And of course, any healing energy that anyone wants to send her way will be greatly appreciated. And I will let you know how she makes out. Then we did a prayer to Ogma, and I guess I could read it really quick here. Laughter does not judge. Laughter waits for no man. No homage or exception coming from a place for beyond human's limited dimension. The bull who winks, the tree who dances. To transport us back to ourselves and to remember life is a play, played by us, where we learn love. Not as a sorrowful expression of inevitable sadness, but to cherish the silly dance we find ourselves making, to remember we are the fools watching ourselves. And I thought that was really fun. Then we did a prayer to Lucifer. And then we did a little toast to Poseidon. I discovered that December 1st is a Poseidon's feast day, so we did a little toast to him, and then we just did a little cake snail, and it was awesome. We channeled some really good energy. I feel like really nicely balanced out after doing a lot of like my sacred feminine work, that now that I had done some sacred masculine work, sacred masculinity work. Anyway, since I've been doing that, I really feel balanced out. I feel really, really good. I am feeling really, really witchy, and I'm enjoying this season, enjoying things. It's not to get off topic, but I'm just going to get off topic and talk about winter a little bit. It's been snowing since the middle of November here, and normally, excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. I'm a little stuffed up. I'm really sorry. It's been snowing here since the middle of November. So we have lots and lots of snow, and I am a winter person. I love the winter time because it's quiet and I don't have to listen to the neighborhood kids. There's no wiener dogs. There's no ATVs or dirt bikes going. It's actually really, really quiet, and I love that. I can go outside and it's just silence, and the snow's been falling. It's been gorgeous. Today's been a little bit stormy, and I'm just loving it. And I've been holed up in my house all weekend and just enjoying this quietness and this season and getting ready for you all, and I hope you guys are too. I really appreciate you hanging out with me and spending some time here tonight, and I just appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing evening, and we will talk hopefully before you all. Bye.